Hello, welcome to episode 10 of our Ostriv Alpha 4 Let's Play. It is October 1729. Last episode we did a little bit of decorating and various things around town, and we're going to continue growing in this episode. We have 148 citizens right now. We can go ahead and build some more houses somewhere. Kind of like this little area right here. We can explore a couple different other ideas. Should probably keep it pretty close to this market area right here. So why don't we try and build a couple of larger houses with some gardens in this general area. So if we start right here, right like this, and we manipulate the size of this garden thing here until it lets us do that. It's kind of hard to tell if this is straight. Okay. Now, will it let me do this without having to remove a tree? I think it's going to still make me remove the tree, which is unfortunate. This right here, if we put the house all the way in the back, that's kind of annoying, but the house should be inside the fenced area. Yeah, you're not kidding. So if we put the house right here in the front, give them a nice big backyard, we can move this front a little bit. Then we can take the back and move that as well. It's not going to be perfectly square, but hey, there's not anything wrong with that necessarily. So we'll go ahead and put that house there, and we'll give them a neighbor as well. Of course, we'll go modify this guy. Join up with that. That doesn't look too bad. We'll do that, and we'll do... Actually, we can just do those two right there like that. Should be fine. Now, someone in the last episode did comment that we need to build some more wells. I haven't forgotten, so let's go ahead and take care of that. I think these two right here should be fine, but it would be a good idea to have some more. So we can actually put one here. We'll put another one right next to it. And then we can have a couple other convenient things, like perhaps a warehouse right here. Yeah, just like that. No, these two houses right here will provide a whole lot of things for our granaries and our market stalls. Now this forestry right here eventually will probably go away. Not quite yet. We do have to get some more people in here though. So let's see, where else would we want to put stuff? We also need to think about our church eventually as well when you get to 300. A lot of you seem to think this island would be a good spot for it, and I'm pretty tempted to agree. It will fit, depending on where we want to put it. I'll have to rotate it, obviously. But that could be a nice little thing to have the church on an island like this. Could be fun. I also know I said earlier, maybe in this area would be good as well. But we can find out when we get there. And then somebody else had a tip about the pigs, limiting the actual livestock limit to about 8, and then not protecting any of them, and that would automate that pretty well. I don't know, we can unprotect these and see exactly how that goes. We might come back to that at some other point. Cows are looking pretty good. We don't want to let them have too many bulls, so we can go ahead and take some of them away. No, don't kill that one. Or this one, I guess. We need to have one adult so they can still breed, I suppose. Oh, we're still only on single time speed. Let's go back up to 12. Let's see. In this area, we probably should have... We have these chapels over here. We probably should have another one. We do need a school. And I said the next school we build would get a proper schoolyard. So all these children over here deserve a nice, fun, non-graveyard infested place to go to school. So why don't we go ahead and put in this general area, let's do a school right there. And we can build fences around it. Let's see. Try right here. Give them a nice big area right here. Actually, if we go ahead and are smart about it, we can place our big arch that isn't even an arch. Right, that will never not be funny to me. We can put that there. Join those up right here. Come down this way. Match up there. And then, of course, have to go back here and get this. Yeah, so that's a nice big yard for the children. There's no playground equipment or anything. I don't even know if they really would have had playground equipment. But we can put some benches out in front. And then we can also do some bushes. If I can ever use my mouse correctly. I should probably get a new mouse pad at some point. It doesn't track very well on my desk. At any rate, just some bushes right in front of here. Oh, those are different colors now. Wow, that actually looks pretty nice. That's not something I've ever noticed before. Either that or it's a glitch or something, but do the rest of these look like that? No, they don't have anything growing on them because it's November. Oh, it's November. The leaves are changing. Okay. Let's see. Somebody else also said we should put some benches down here in this whole complex of areas for these workers. And somebody else says that they don't think the benches really do anything because of how the random generation form seems to work. I haven't seen anything like that, but we are open to ideas, so we'll just put a few down here. See if they end up using them at all. Anyway, we do have a messenger. Let's check out. Clothing. We have 340 we can sell you, so we're going to do just that. So take those away. Sunflower oil. Oh yes, take that away for sure. And then as far as iron, we've got iron. We have cows and pigs. We don't need horses quite yet. Don't need to buy buckwheat. We're making lime at some point. Honey, we still have plenty. I'm not buying charcoal. I think we're in pretty good shape. So this house is done. These people have moved in. They should be growing quite a few crops right here. So that'll be nice. I want to do some other stuff with this schoolyard area. So I think we can plant some trees. I don't want to go too close, so let's go the corners right here. I think I can do some right by that, and then in the front we'll put some more bushes. Here comes the snow. Alright, so that should be nice when that's actually all finished up. This house is just about done as well. Alright, so that's all finished up. The well is built. We're going to go ahead and mark that just for citizens, and we should do these two as well. And there was a viewer who wanted to know what I'm going to do about fishing. Well, we might actually be in a pretty good position for this next upcoming year to start getting into that. Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and put up a boatyard. Could be a good uneven terrain, okay. This would be a really good spot for fishing, I think. So if we put a boatyard here, and then a fishing dock, uneven terrain, okay. Somebody else also said that the fishing docks, if you have them really close together, don't seem to work very well. But we'll start out with one and see how it goes. They've got to finish this primary. Actually, they need to build this boatyard first, so they can actually get started doing all that. And let's see, employment-wise, oh, people are actually looking for jobs. That's interesting. Because what's going to happen with fishing is, since they can only fish during the spring, summer, and fall, all the people that work at the fishing and the boatyard and all that will not be able to have employment there during the winter if I do my seasonal hiring. Which, I guess at this point we probably should go ahead and hire a counselor and tick that box. And then, so what we can do to kind of offset that is the granaries for the on season, off season, we can actually make the granary season be December, January, February, and hire 4 to there, and hire men and women, and then off season have just one person working. That'll help offset a little bit. But let's go ahead and get our workers. They can at least supply. They can't build boats during the winter, but they can at least supply and get ready to go, because we'll need them to build 3 really quick as soon as they get done with all of that. So you don't have any money. Well, you will when you use all this land to grow stuff. We will see. Now, what to do with this area right here? I don't want to necessarily just cram stuff in here just for the sake of cramming stuff in here. But this will be a very interesting little part of the town to try and fill the space. Could put some sort of production thing in there. Wonder if the oil workshop is about the right size. Yeah, but could also be fun to just kind of like, you know, leave this like here. Or make a fenced off area with some trees and benches, like a little park almost. But that'll be kind of close to this. I don't know. We'll see. I also at some point will want to do a fence around the center here to kind of promote people to travel around in circles. But we will see when we get there. Alright, fishing dock is pretty close to being done. Terkachi. I will sell you my clothes. Actually, let's check, make sure we don't owe clothes to anybody else. Nope, we don't. Okay, so I will sell you 150. Sunflower oil, I have 1,400 to sell you, so I will sell you that 1,400. Charcoal, yes, please. Take 8,000 charcoal, please. I'm begging you. I don't have to buy salt from you anymore. That was annoying. Always having to buy salt from them. Raspberries, I only have 53, but I can sell them. So, buy my 53 raspberries. Okay. Otherwise, well, we'll be making our own dried fish, so that's fine. I wonder if the dried fish over the winter is a thing that can be done. Because I've never really done it. I haven't been able to figure out how to get that to work. But if we're making our own salt, we don't need to worry about that being annoying. Let's see. So we can actually go ahead, on season, hire 5, off season, hire 0. Maybe we could just do hire 1 in the off season. Yeah, let's try that. And then this guy we can do this. Yeah, that'll be very nice. They can't build anything in the winter anyway. And then our granaries, we can come in here and make the season be and hire 4 and then hire 1. Okay, very good. And we'll go ahead and apply that. I think I already did that, but that's fine. So this should help when we get more men and we have a slight imbalance. This should help a little bit. Then I think we can also do that with warehouses. We'll do that as well. Just make their season. And then off season 0. And we want to store probably firewood. Firewood and salt. Let's try that. So this is 10,000. We'll do 7,500 firewood and 2,500 salt. That'll be nice. And that will help support our fishing as well. No boats for fishing? Of course not. Because you don't have the ability to build those yet. The school is coming along. That should be done soon-ish. Oh, so this, actually, we could approach this as kind of like a little fishing village. Sub-village over here. Depending on where else we want to put our fishing docks. I think we could actually go ahead and queue up a second one. Just right there. Let's see. Can we fit another one in here? I guess it that's going to clip through the fence. I don't know if I want to look at that. So we might actually just kind of leave that be as it is. But we should be very, very soon switching over to March and auto hiring for the boatyard. Yep, and there goes one guy. They're going to hire more guys, but you got to build boats, dude. Get to work on that. Let's see, is anyone using these benches down here? I don't think so. Well, they still haven't finished filling this up, but you can see it's already higher than it was the last episode when I showed you guys. So this will eventually get to the top, and then they'll light it on fire, it'll burn, and everything will be fine. And we have one boat. Getting wood. Well, that should be supplied. Okay, well, maybe we can increase the supply at the that thing to 5,000. Hopefully people will help with that. How are we doing on our granary supplies? Looking good. Looking good, mostly. Now these guys need to build some gardening stuff. Wow, okay. We got 3 generations in here. We'll get to work building some garden stuff out. School's just about done. And then we'll need to hire someone, of course, to work here. God, I just love watching these get built. It is very satisfying. Cool. So, hire a teacher. Yep, and then we'll have pupils come in. The trees will all grow up. I'm sure I'll want to do some other stuff as well. But hey, they've got a schoolyard that's not a graveyard right now. That's always good to see, I suppose. They still just have one boat. Alright, well hurry up, dude. Yeah. And then this guy is just about done. We'll order his boats. Then we can go in here, just apply to all, apply to all. Let's check our salt works. How are we looking here? All right, so they're producing some salt. We might be able to do more than one. But we'll see. If this is insufficient to supply everything, then we'll probably build a second salt works. How are we doing selling the salt? Where did I even put the salt? It's the last one, isn't it? Okay, so we only sold 123. Last year sold 489. I don't have salt stored in here, of course not. Huh, well, we'll figure it out. Doesn't have to be hard. Do we have more raspberries? We don't. Do we have more sunflower oil? We don't. Do we have more clothes? We don't. But we do have more charcoal, and you can absolutely buy that. Now, let's see. I don't think I can really use anything else. We should start a tannery at some point, but we're still pretty small for that. Probably hold off until 200 or 300 because that will take a lot of other resources, and of course we'll have to have lime going by then, which we don't presently have because we haven't even started burning this yet. So we'll check on that periodically. When that's done, we can hire people at the lime works. But we have 8 guys working at the fishing docks. They don't even have any boats, and they're just going to work and doing nothing, I guess. So I think they're building the last boat for this one, and then they'll do that. Let's see, what else can we be doing? So we still have open vacancies. We can build more houses. Let's see. I like these big gardens up here. Let's do a couple more of these. I do want to leave space between these two. Do that. We'll do this. Leave them a nice wide area here. I wonder if I can just copy paste the... I know you can clone a building. No, okay, it's going to be the default footprint. Well, that's fine. That's how we learn. Trial and error. We'll come in here and do this again. Alright. That's not perfect, but yeah. Sometimes done is better than good enough is better than done. I don't know. I'm not a linguist. I took communications classes, not English classes. But done is better than good enough, or good enough and done is better than perfect, or however that thing goes. That's what we're going to say right here. So right here, of course, is going to be an opportunity for a lovely tree-lined avenue again. Small arch will fit, so we'll go ahead and put him there. We'll come back here and do the same thing. Of course, we'll have to wait for one of those houses to be done before we can truly erect everything we need to be doing here. But we'll go ahead and start planting the trees. We did birch trees or ash trees up here. I can't remember. Birch trees. So we'll do birch trees again over here. Alright, so we did. Oh, that's not going to fit. Not going to fit. I messed up. I should have made this wider. Well, you know, not everyone's going to be perfect. So we'll just ignore the fact that I didn't calculate the distance correctly. And put one there. One there. Then we'll try to roughly do a halfway point here. Then we'll do that again. No, there we go. We'll do one more. Then we'll half that again. I know it's not exact. And I'm sure if we really wanted to be sticklers about things being perfect, we could be. But if you want the game world to have a hand-built feel, then you don't need to be legalistic about stuff all the time. And if you play that way, that's certainly your choice. That's no problem. I just think it's a little more fun to play this way. Alright, so we've got that done. Let's go ahead and put our fences in here. It is a little annoying that you can only do one of these at a time, but whatever. Not worth worrying about. Fence right here. Alright, so that will be quite nice in a little bit of time. And that will also set up pretty nicely trying to create a main street avenue type thing coming around here, and this could be another central gathering place type area. Derkachi, buy my stuff. I don't have any clothes, don't have any sunflower oil, but I can keep selling you more charcoal. That is absolutely fine in my book. Yeah, just come and get it. Hey, we got money now. That's cool. Money is very good and useful. How are our fishing boats doing? I think we're doing pretty well. See if the granaries are getting stocked up. Yep, we've got some here. Got some there. Yeah, okay, we're doing quite nicely now. I just don't know exactly how many fishing docks we'll need to have. I do appreciate that the boats can go under here. I just wish these were little tellers so when we do our river trading it won't be so completely ridiculous looking, seeing the ships just clip through sails and all. We still have some open vacancies. So we do need a few more houses, but I like how this is looking here. I think we can continue this all the way up to the map edge. So, you know, we might as well go ahead and do that. Yeah, we can fit 2 houses in here. So we'll go ahead and F1. Go all the way down here. We'll make this a little narrower. Just like that. And then we'll come in here. I do wish there was a way to, you know, not have to remove all these trees every time you planted a house. Now, where I live, I've got a... Oh, no, I really did it. I stopped getting this on the grid. I keep hitting the wrong hotkeys. Where I live, we've got a pretty nice-sized backyard with a lot of trees. And that's been a really fun thing to have growing up. You had a couple acres in the back. You go out back and you have not enough woods to get lost in, but enough in the summer to feel like you have your own little slice of the wilderness, even though in reality it's just like a 2-acre lot, and it's not a big, huge thing. But if you're a kid, that seems like a whole lot. I don't know if any of you ever read Calvin and Hobbes, but in the comic Calvin and Hobbes, it was popular in America in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. The kid, Calvin, has a seemingly endless access to nature, and there's multiple strips where he and his stuffed tiger go and ride a wagon around down hills, off cliffs, and all sorts of whimsical childhood fun. But he's always going in the woods, and I think at some point it's insinuated that the woods are really just like a short stretch of forest behind his house that eventually gets turned into a housing development. And but Calvin always just seems to think that it's such a wonderful magical just slice of heaven for him and his stuffed tiger to go play in. And here, there's no trees. It just clear cuts everything. I don't know exactly where I was going with that, but I wish it would save the trees, you know, especially with the large yards like this. If the homeowner wants to cut it down, they can, and maybe sell that wood for firewood. But, anyway. Spruce trees are cool. I'm liking this map so far. I just wish it would, you know, hang on to some of the trees. Like right here, of course, there's still some trees. I do think we want to... I don't want them to cut these trees down so much. I know they're doing some of that. That's a big one right there. We do need firewood and all that stuff, but I don't want to get rid of all of these trees. Yeah, we'll figure it out, I suppose. But now we have, once this house is done, these two houses rather, this will be nicely set up. Yeah, did you come to buy more charcoal? Yes, you did. Go ahead and buy that. I will take your money. Oils, chicken eggs. Yeah, we can't sell those. Shoes. We got to get on the leather at some point relatively soon because the shoes are a power play for making money. These guys... Oh, we forgot to set dried fish limits, so we can do 500 here, 500 here. Because that's how much salt we have. I think it's 1-to-1, although I've never really messed with it, so we'll find out. And I think it takes a little while for stuff to get made, so we'll see how that goes. As far as cows go, looking good. We can go ahead and slaughter a couple of bulls. Always want to leave at least one that's 1 year old. I don't know if you have to, I just like to. Okay, they don't have money. Why do you not have money? Okay, that's getting fixed. Okay, so these pigs will all, when they're 9 months, I guess we can cut this down to 15, see what that does. But it won't slaughter them until they're 1 year old. I guess that's when you get the maximum amount of meat from them. I wish they were a little faster with these trees, but I guess that's what the forestry people do. So that's coming along. I wasn't exactly perfect with my distribution here, but I don't think we really care, do we? It's all about having fun and making something that is at least somewhat pleasant to look at. Come on. There we go. Some bushes there. We'll go on the other side and do the same thing. So I guess it didn't really matter if I used the fancy fence or not if you're not going to see it. Wow, what have they got here? You got cabbages. This has to be beetroot, I guess. These carrots would be a little more green. Carrots would look something closer to this, would they not? I don't know. I am not a gardener. Things looking quite nice. We still have open vacancies. So I guess that means people really do want some more houses built in here. So I think all the garden space in these 6 houses kind of offsets these. Let's go ahead and do some more village houses that don't have yards. Might be a good spot to go kind of in this general area. Although I probably should keep down toward this market. Yeah, let's actually do a couple right behind the school here. Wonder if I can do here, here, and then right here just kind of butt these all up next to each other, create a little kind of alley area almost. Make sure this is like that. Let's do here. Like that. Yeah, see, that'll be kind of nice, although I think we can move this guy. We'll move him back a little bit so they have more space in front. And then we'll move that one as well. And then we can go in here and put... Yeah, that's pretty close. We'll need to make sure there's a well over here as well. I wonder if you want to put the well... It won't fit like that, won't fit like that. Will it fit like this? No, it will not. Okay. What if I did... Haha. Yeah, that'll work. And then we can put some benches right next to the well. No, we can put it against this house, this house, this house. 3 benches is fine. We can do some bushes, because they're not going to have really much of anything here. Just a little bit of decoration. Doesn't have to be anything super fancy. I know they do have flowers in the front of the just regular houses now, but the backs of the houses don't. And that is where it looks a little sad. But we can do something just kind of a little bit of random. Just a little bit. Just add a little bit of variety and flavor to this. Flavor, like it's a bunch of chicken or something. Anyway, so this will be something over here. We'll see if that works. If it ends up being cool, that's awesome. If not, then whatever. We tried. Still got some open vacancies. Well, that'll keep going. We are just about out of time for this episode. I'd like to try and keep them around 1 year per episode if I can at all help it, but sometimes they do get a little long or a little shorter if I'm trying to highlight a specific thing. But I think this is a pretty good amount of progress. We did add our fish, we added our large lot houses over here, and we laid the groundwork for a little bit of that, not to mention a school or the schoolyard. It's not a cemetery. All right, so we'll sell Derkachi some charcoal again. We have 62 raspberries. Yeah, I'll gladly sell those to you. But that's going to be it for this episode. We've got just fishing going on and a little bit more fun there. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Let's see where these guys end up going. Are they just heading on down here? That they are. So I think we'll get this guy in the corner here, and then we'll take our screenshot. There we go. Not too bad looking. Anyway, that's all the time we got for this time. We will catch you back for episode 11. Thanks for watching.